Hello students of class 10. Today we will start a new chapter, that is 4D, critical angle and total internal reflection. And in that we will start with critical angle. As you can see in this diagram, a ray of light is there which is passing from a denser medium to the rarer medium. Whenever a ray of light traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. So now as you can see in this diagram, here normal is N and N dash and angle I is angle AON. So here the ray of refraction, here it is a refracted ray, so the ray of refraction is away from the normal. Hence angle R is N dash OB, which is bent away from the normal. Now if the angle of incidence is gradually increased, as you can see in this diagram, the angle of incidence in the first diagram it is 20 degree, again 30 degree, 40 degree. The angle of refraction R also increases, but the intensity of refracted ray keeps on decreasing, and finally the angle of refraction R reaches to its maximum value, that is equal to 90 degree. Here just do this correction, that will be 42 degree. That critical angle written over there 48, it will be 42 degree. Diagram error is there. So it reaches to a position angle that is 90 degree, and this angle of incidence is called as critical angle, denoted as C. The angle I here is denoted as C, and this C is called critical angle. Critical angle is the angle of incidence in the denser medium corresponding to which the angle of refraction is the rarer medium is 90 degree. The angle of refraction in this critical angle is 90 degree. Now this phenomena, when angle I is equal to critical angle, that is we are getting the refracted ray as 90 degree, this phenomena is called grazing emergence. After this we will not get any refracted ray, we will only get reflected rays. So when we increase now again the angle of incidence, that is greater than angle C, then there is no refracted rays obtained, and hence we get the reflected ray. Point number 1. The second is, here there is total reflection will be there. Well, how many rays are coming from the incident ray, that much ray we will get reflected ray. So here total reflection is there. And the third point is, as you can see, the reflected ray we are getting in the same medium. So total internal reflection we are getting here. Hence, whenever the incident ray increased from critical angle, when we are increasing the incident ray, then we are getting the total internal reflection. Just watch this diagram. The very first is the condition when angle I is less than C, we are getting the refracted ray. When we are increasing angle I, and now in the second case, second diagram, here angle I is equal to angle C, that means the refracted ray we are getting as 90 degree. Angle of refraction is 90 degree. Now in the third case is the case when angle I is greater than critical angle. So no refracted ray is obtained in this case. Here we are getting the total internal reflection. In the third case we are getting total internal reflection, because the ray which is going from the denser medium returning back, reflected back in the same denser medium. So in the third case, whenever we increase the angle I more than critical angle, we get total internal reflection. Now we will discuss the relationship between critical angle and refractive index. Refractive index we denote it as mu. So according to Snell's law, we know that refractive index is equal to sin I by sin R. So we are discussing the relationship between critical angle. So sin I here will be sin C because angle I is equal to angle C, critical angle over there, and sine R, when there is critical angle, then angle of refraction is 90 degree. So mu GA, that means here it is air to glass, sine C by sine 90 degree. But we know that sine 90 is equal to 1, therefore we will get the relation refractive index is equal to 1 by sine C, or sine C is equal to 1 by refractive index also we can write. Okay, sine C is equal to 1 by refractive index also we can write. There are few factors on which it depends. The very first is refractive index. So as you can see the relation, refractive index is equal to 1 by sine C. So greater the refractive index, whenever we increase the refractive index, smaller will be the critical angle. Now the next factor on which it depends is temperature. When we increase this arrow which is going up, that means when we increase the temperature, the second part, in simple terms I have written it so that you can understand it. When we increase the temperature, on increasing the temperature of the medium, its refractive index decreases. Its refractive index decreases, and whenever refractive index decreases, that means critical angle will increase. Next, another factor, that is wavelength. So greater is the wavelength, lambda, refractive index will be less, and hence critical angle will be more. Now moving on to the last part, that is the color of the light. It also comes in the same wavelength only. Just I have separated so that you can understand it. Sometimes they ask the question related to color. So for color, to make it more simple, I have taken this example, VivGure. Here the wavelength of violet color is 400 nanometer and red it is 800 nanometer. So critical angle is more for red. That means wherever wavelength is more, critical angle will be more. Wavelength is more for red, so critical angle is more for red. Critical angle is less for violet. So these are the factors on which the critical angle depend, and this is how it is interrelated. Now the next topic is total internal reflection, and in critical angle only we have discussed this topic. Again I am discussing whenever a ray of light traveling in a denser medium is incident at the surface of a rarer medium at an angle of incidence greater than the critical angle for a pair of media, the ray is totally reflected back into the denser medium. This phenomena is called total internal reflection. So whenever, suppose this is our denser medium glass and this is our rarer medium air. So whenever a ray of light passing from a denser medium to the rarer medium, it bends away from normal. So here angle I, theta I, here it is written. So it bends away from the normal, that is theta R. Now in the second diagram, as you can see here, refracted ray is just forming an angle 90 degree. That means this is theta C, that is critical angle. Now when we will increase the angle more than the critical angle, so all the reflected rays, we are getting the reflected rays over here and it reflected back in the same medium. This is the condition for the total internal reflection. Now the conditions which are very much essential for the total internal reflection are, there are two conditions, that the light must travel from a denser medium to a rarer medium. The very first and essential condition for total internal reflection is that the light must travel from denser medium to rarer medium. In the exam they asked this question. And in the second part is the angle must be greater than the critical angle for the pair of media. That means the angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle for the pair of media. If it will be greater, then only we are getting the reflected rays here. Till critical angle we will get refracted ray. That means the ray, one ray which is going from one medium to another, we get refracted ray. So here two conditions are very much essential, that the ray must pass from denser medium to rarer medium, and the second one, that the angle of incidence, angle I, must be greater than critical angle C for the pair of the media. Now one thing we have to note it here, that in this process of total internal reflection, 100% energy of light is reflected back. No other device such as plane, mirror, etc. produces 100% reflection. Due to this property, the phenomenon of total internal reflection is used in the constructions of periscope, binocular and certain types of camera, in which a total reflecting prism replaces a plane mirror for the reflection of light. Now, one numerical problem we will discuss. This question number 16 in my book it is. Just you watch whether it is 15 or 17 in the new book edition. Here they have given a diagram and they are asking that a ray of light enters a glass slab, this ABCD as you can see in this diagram, and strikes at the center O of the circular part AC of the slab. The critical angle of the glass is 42 degree given over here in the book, and they are telling to complete the path of the ray till it emerges out from the slab. Mark the angle in the diagram wherever necessary. So the drawing is here. Here the critical angle is 90 degree. You have to mark it like this. Do this question and practice total internal reflection and critical angle.